Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician. Today I had my Rockstar Energy drinks delivered today and they had exploded in the mail. But more importantly, we're going to be going into Amazon's tool deals for the week. I really hope you guys enjoy. These are going to be tools that are either on sale, tools that even at their full price or list price I believe to be good deals, or items I find interesting and would like your guys' input on if you guys have used them. All of these items will have an independent link down in the description for you guys if you guys are interested. It's all easily found down there, and then I'll have two additional links that take you to a long list of tools that I've either went over in the past or other tools that I suggest. So first up are some Igarashi pliers or IPS hyper long pliers. These are the straights, part number HLS 300. These are made in Japan, and these have 4.4 stars at 71 ratings. They're priced at $32.50. You don't see the price fluctuate too much on these, but I have heard a lot of good things. I've seen a lot of good reviews on them, and I personally have a lot of really good experience with Japan-made tools. Everything that I've bought that was made in Japan has always been high quality, good quality control, great finishes, good engineering. From what I can tell, this is another pair that I would be interested in. It definitely has some great versatility, some great features. It is a long reach, long nose plier, but it is also a slip joint style, which is kind of nice. Because of the features that you have up here in the nose, that slip joint feature can be really nice because you have two different size open jaws. You have a larger and a medium size open jaw. You have a portion up here, and sometimes these indentations are used for splitting wires. Sometimes they're made for holding wires. Unfortunately, I can't read that. Maybe a shear style cutter at the base, like what you have on a lot of slip joint style pliers. 3, you have a standard dipped handle. Yes, it does look like there is a shear cutter at the base of this as well, which when I saw this 3.2, I'm guessing that's 3.2 millimeter wire, something along those lines. A long reach, long nose pliers are already fantastic, and the fact that these are slip joints with the dual open jaw sizes is really nice because when you're reaching down somewhere in a restricted area, sometimes opening those handles so far kind of defeats the purpose of the long reach, because then you can't actually grab what you're trying to, or they have to be open a ridiculous width, and having that slip joint kind of reduces that how much the handles have to be open. So I really like this design. Everything that I've heard has been positive feedback on them. The bent nose is at $32 while the straight is $32.50. I don't think that's even not on sale. I think that's a pretty good price on that. I think that's fair. I don't think it's overpriced, especially being made in Japan. I think it's a good quality tool. Here's just a little bit more information on it. Next up is one that I just came across a couple weeks ago and I figured I'd work it into my Amazon deals. This is a Malco product. I have a couple Malco products. The number one thing that I love are their little magnetic flip sockets. Absolutely fantastic. And I like this design. It's kind of your classic screwdriver handle design, one of them. And it's a quick change screwdriver. This is the stubby. It's an 1.7/8 inches long. This has 4.8 stars at 697 ratings, and it's $9.26. It's a little bit of information on it, but I came across this. I thought it was a pretty nice tool. I have good experience with Malco, not a whole lot of experience with the variety of their tools, but a couple of the items that I have been very pleased with, so I figured I'd mention this. This is called the Connext, or Connext 2. They do have a variety. They have the 1, 2, and 3 here. They all have the quick change on them. This one, the 3, is the ratcheting version. So you got your stubby, your standard size, and then you have your standard size that's ratcheting, and the whole kit for the 3 is $36. I thought that was a pretty good deal, but please, if you guys have any experience with these, feel free to drop a comment down below. Thought it was unique. I like the handle design. It's kind of that more classic handle design. It's rated well at 4.6 stars, 64 ratings for the, not a whole lot of ratings, but each one individually has been rated very well. And then you can literally toss, any 1/4-inch bit or nut driver in these. Very versatile little tools. So that is the next one that I wanted to mention. And then here we're looking at the Klein Tools mod box. This is the medium toolbox. I actually recently switched to this. I started out with a Craftsman 3-tier like stair step setup, which didn't work for my truck or my work van. So I had actually switched to the Versus stack, or like DeWalt's T stack, which that was pretty decent, but it had its limitations. And I know I could have easily switched to the Milwaukee pack out at this point and been fine, but I came across this mod box and it caught my attention. I like the design. I got to play with it a little bit in Lowe's, since Lowe's has been expanding into that, and I was pleasantly surprised with the locking mechanism, the quality of the boxes, the features. And so I actually ended up swapping out to them a couple months ago. I would say 2 months now, and they've been really good. I have this box here, as well as the shallow large assortment tray box. I don't know what you want to call it. Both of them have been fantastic, and they fit as far as height and size. They hold a lot more than what I had before, and they just fit in the bed of my truck much better, and the quality just feels a lot better. So I just wanted to share them. The pricing on them isn't horrible when it comes to these modular toolbox systems, but it's not going to be the cheapest stuff out there. Definitely not the most expensive, definitely not the cheapest. Some of the cheaper ones are quite cheap in quality. I don't suggest those, but this one's not cheap by any means. But once again, it does get much more expensive. This has 5 stars at 20 ratings, so not a whole lot, but the people that do have it do like it. This is at $85, basically down from a list price of $90. And the next one that I'm going to be getting is the 2-drawer system, which is basically the same height as this box, but it allows me to have 2 pull-out drawers on actual slides, which is nice, and they have a locking mechanism and everything. So that'll probably be what I purchase next, but that's not cheap. I like how the boxes lock together. I like how a lot of them are water resistant. They, as far as both of the ones that I have, they have weather seals on the lids. They have a decent selection of accessories for the sides. I have this tool sorter that they have up top here. I also have an attachment side where I can clip on little miniature tool sets, which I have like a little bit set that quick clips onto that. Overall, I've been really pleased with them. I'm just hoping that they continue to expand on this mod box setup, because before I saw them in Lowe's, I had no idea about the mod box. But I am quite happy that I did find it. It does have that little drop-in tray or caddy. Here's the overall dimensions of this one. IP65 rated, a max of 100 pounds, impact resistant. But I do a lot of mobile work. All of my work I drive to, and I've been quite happy with this the last couple months. I will keep you guys updated on it. But like, here is the 3-drawer system. I was trying to decide between the single and the double, and I think I'm gonna get a little bit more use out of the double drawer. So when I pick this up, I will let you guys know my thoughts on it. And then last up is a product that I probably purchase once to twice a year, and that is just a variety of 4-gauge and 1/0 cable. This is considered welding cable. Basically, I like to keep this stuff on hand. I use it quite often. Like when I rewired the Camaro, I did new alternator wiring, new starter wiring, battery relocation, my winch install on the truck, the power inverter in the bed of the truck. A lot of jobs where I've needed larger cable, and this is pure copper, which is a much better product over like a copper clad aluminum. The copper clad aluminum is going to be a little bit more affordable, not as good of a product, not as flexible, but it'll get you by. But if you're running important electronics or something that's going to carry a decent load, I always suggest this. This is what I've been buying for the last 6-7 years, and I've been very pleased with it. Good quality, very flexible. This one specifically is the 4-gauge, and you get 10 feet of the black, 10 feet of the red. There's a bunch of different variations available: 1/0, 2/0, 2-gauge, 4, 6, It looks like a bit of it's sold out, but this is from Windy Nation. This has 4.7 stars at 1,166 reviews, and then you can get it just depending on the gauge that you select will, obviously change what's available here for lengths available. You can get both red and black or just one specific color. Here they even kind of give you a breakdown of its maximum amperage rating, its weight per foot, the insulation thickness depending on the size of cable, the size of the actual cable and the strands, how many strands. So pretty nice stuff. I figured I'd just throw this in there. While it's not cheap like copper clad aluminum, it is good quality stuff that isn't horribly expensive, because some of these larger cables can get quite expensive. Let's just switch to some 1/0. 10 feet of both in 1/0 at $85 I think is a great deal. Like I said, I've probably purchased from Windy Nation these in 4 and 1/0 6 to 8 times in the last few years, and haven't had any issues with quality or anything like that. So that is it for this week's Amazon tool deals. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. Once again, all of these items will be linked down in the description for you guys with their own independent link, and then those 2 additional links that will take you to many other tools that I suggest. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.